Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our regular community. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently trading at 33,650, up 1.23%. Ethereum 2149, up 2.83%. USDC, DAI, USDT, and the stablecoin BUSD, these are all stablecoins. They're measuring green. That means money is flowing in from the crypto market to the stable coins. These cycle, they're always money flowing in and flowing out, flowing in and flowing out. You'll see these go green and red over time. If you're a regular viewer, you know everything I do for you is free. I'm only seeking to help you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. I don't have any paid groups, reports, indicators. I do not shill leverage trading links or anything else. I don't show you how to trade, but there are a lot of good groups out there, and many of those very caring groups send their members to us to learn fundamentals. I don't do deep fundamental dives on coins and what's driving coins. I'm really a technical analyst, so my skill is there. I make money from the markets, and I can help you to do that too by providing all the foundations that you need. As we grow as a community, we're getting scammers in, unfortunately. When I respond to you, you'll get a like this, Crypto Trading KS. If I pin a comment, it looks like this. If I reply, it looks like this. Just keep safe. Please avoid scammers. Let's have a look at the top 7 and percentage movers. Top 7, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Cardano, Binance Coin, DOGE, and XRP. Let's check out the top gainers for the past 24 hours. XTC, the Graph, Compound, Quant, Nexo, Neo, and Atom. Let's go the other way. The 24-hour greatest percent losers, Rune, HBAR, Internet Computer, Luna, ZEC, Stacks, and UMA. Let's have a check out of the greatest 7-day percent gainers. XDC doing quite well. Look at this exponential takeoff in XDC. Compound also doing well, up 68.28%. Internet Computer, Ethereum Classic, Elron, Maker, and Qtum. Some members of the community asked me, why do these things hang around? Like a top gainer tends to be a top gainer for a while. It's because it gets momentum. That's the key. When it overcomes a particular resistance, if it's strong, it will fire up. You can see that there's very different chart patterns playing out here. This in XDC is one particular chart pattern. In Internet Computer, it's a different, much like Ethereum Classic, much like Elron. You can see different patterns playing out. It's fascinating to look at these thumbnails. Let's go the other way. What are the greatest losses over the past 7 days? We've got Quant, T-Fuel, Theta, Rev, AMP, PAX, and BUSD. As part of our standard process, we look at Binance Derivatives. 24-hour trading volume is 50.3 billion. 24-hour open interest is 5.6 billion. We're always interested in the change of price in the contract in the past 24 hours. This percentage change, and we collect it twice a day, 7 days a week, can give us an insight into what's happening in the market. You can come back and pause this at any time. I just go through. You see comp 13.9%, the graph 15.5%. When the percentages get high, they indicate that that particular coin is going to go up. I always like looking for double-digit gains, and especially the rate of change from slow gains up to higher gains. It can be really, really interesting. You need to get familiar with it because it can be part of your edge. I'd like to just remind you of Rule 912, weekends are volatile. Because of the lack of institutional investment, people can get really perturbed by the news across the weekend. We analyzed the news in the last episode, episode 101. So if you haven't seen that news analysis, it could be good to pop back there. Let's have a look at Bitcoin's technical analysis. In episode 101, we saw Bitcoin was trading at 33,699. Just to explain a little bit about how I'm doing the videos today, I thought the best way of slowing down from 2 videos per day was to make 4. Sorry. Basically, what I saw was that the videos are dividing themselves naturally into market direction and technical analysis. So I've just split out the crypto market direction, and a lot of people have asked, Ken, what happens to the KS model if there's a problem with the US dollar, or the stocks go down, or something like that, or the long short, or the shorts go up, or there's massive liquidations? I covered that all in here. I take quite a bit of detailed effort to go through and present that to you as quickly as I possibly can. You'll find it incredibly useful. It's also really important to know the clear market direction. If you don't, you could pop in here and be buying when you should be selling. It's really, really important to gain your context. I always recommend that you have a look at the direction. It's really important. Bitcoin is currently trading at 33,521. It's very close to turning that current price into support. We've seen what we anticipated anyway, the low, the higher low coming along this trend line. It's great to see that it didn't spike down further. That means that this structural support is incredibly strong at 32,414. That's fantastic. And remember, we were talking about this downward resistance line, keeping an eye on that. When it closes to the other side of that, when it moves to the other side of that, it's going to make a run for this structural resistance to try and turn it into support. And then at the 35,000, when it gets above this key level of 36,171, it's party time, and it's party time for everything. It's pretty cool. Easter egg time. I like scattering these rules just randomly throughout the whole episode because I think it's really interesting when you just happen to pop across one. Okay, rule 721. Don't care about missing out. This is so incredibly important. Many times when people trade and when they're just new to trading and investing, they want an instant fill on the position. If you've been following us for a while, you know that positions get filled at support all the time. Price is always moving in a wave. The issue is how to actually practically put this back into application. If the price is going up here, we're always saying price moves in a wave. We're always respecting the retracement because it's going to occur. You could buy at that support, at that support, at that support, at that support, and that support, and you would get filled. Pretend you didn't know that this was happening. Pretend it was just like that. You saw prices going up. Oh, I'm going to miss out, I'm going to miss out. But you know from rule 721, you don't care about missing out. You're strong, you're bulletproof. Instead, you say, I know what to do. I buy at support, 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 buy at support. And look what happens. Magic. Do you know what the real issue is? A lot of people just buy the price at the prevailing price, whatever that is. They go all in. The problem with that, you can imagine if you put a certain amount of money in there, for example, let's just do the calculation. So maybe it's down here. If you put a certain amount of money in and you see it decreasing, you say, oh no, I got it wrong, I have to sell. And you end up selling down here. Lots of things are set up against the new trader and the new investor. What I'm doing here is to share my rules that I have acquired over many decades to help you out, to guard you and your family and your loved ones. Guarding first, and then the prosperity comes from knowing how to profit from that. That comes second. But this thing is incredibly important to do. Always remember, sorry, wrong rule. Don't care about missing out. Just be Zen-like. Just chill. Just say, I'm a support buyer. You buy at support. Well done. Just go for that. Regular viewers know that Bitcoin's fingerprint impacts the total market and all alts. We see the McDonald's, we see the wave up and the wave down. Let's check total market crypto cap. Turning to the total market, we see McDonald's, the wave up, the wave down. Nothing escapes Bitcoin's gravity. All the alts are impacted by Bitcoin. We've seen it so many times on these videos, even down to the 1 second mark, which is almost inconceivable, but it happens. We know Bitcoin is above its low, higher low. If we just go back there, you see the low, which is higher, so this is a higher low. Here, there's fresh air above this line. But do you notice in total market cap, it's touching? What happens typically is when Bitcoin goes down, it really pulls the alts disproportionately down too. This is why it's so important to understand the position and the movement of Bitcoin. It's absolutely critical to your wealth. See this resistance line on the total market. We want the total market to pass over that because it means all coins are passing over that resistance. This is a way for you to look at your favorite coin with an understanding that very, very few people, especially new to the crypto market, but even some that are more seasoned, this is really important stuff. Total crypto is currently $1.372 trillion. We want it to get over that resistance line. This line is all the market caps of all the cryptos, and I'm all. So for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything is included in that value, 1.372 trillion. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, currently trading at 21.45 and 50 cents, is above support at 2184 and above support at 2020. The price action is looking really healthy. We've managed to overcome that resistance, which is down here. Now, keep your eye on this structure because it's important. Ethereum, when it trades above literally the 2178 mark, is starting to repair itself technically. This is really good stuff. I would like to just let you know, in episode 101, which is the episode before this one, I look at the shorts and longs in both Bitcoin and Ethereum and liquidations. This is really important knowledge for this kind of analysis. Some members of the community have reached out and asked how I draw these lines. Please have a look at episode 93. I take you through step by step by step. You just have to read some of the comments there from people who have viewed it. They've found it really, really helpful. I love to share my knowledge and my help. Just reach out with whatever you need and let me know. I always take it really seriously. Let's have a look at Binance Coin. BNB is currently trading at 286.17. It's above support here at 278.17, and there is a good deal of structural support at 264.75, and 250 is also support. BNB is just below structural resistance at 291.52. You know that structural resistance generally requires a bit of a repulsion move. So BNB is slowly getting there. You notice that this fingerprint is exactly the same one that's in total market cap. So that's good to know. Key resistance levels above are 302.71 and 309. Be aware of this structural resistance playing in it around 339. You've seen with a lot of coins, this can suppress price movement. Always be aware of that. Let's have a look at ADA Cardano. The reason we look through so many coins is I'm trying to help you to see patterns. Also, these coins that we're looking through are the majority of the market. They're quite safe for new investment, and I think that's really important. there are some lower cap coins that are what I would call VC plays, like venture capital plays. If you put a lot of money in them, they could do well, but there's also a chance of much higher risk, which goes with the much higher return. So it always depends on your risk profile. But these coins that we go through each episode are quite safe in terms of their market capitalization. Look at ADA. Remember how we said the total market has a resistance line? ADA's just broken above it. What does that tell you? When you look at that, does it speak to you? Does it say, hey, I'm strong. I want to rock. I want to party. It does. ADA wants to party. Really, really fascinating. ADA is currently trading at 137.72, support below at 133.43 and 128.48. Notice this really strong structural support below. Remember, weekends are volatile, anything can happen, but we just trade with the probability of the chart and we keep a Zen-like attitude. From this position, it looks good. Now, you don't go all in, you're always buying in layers at support. So you can take a position out. If you wanted to go into ADA, for example, take a percentage position and then always buy underneath. Why? Because price is negatively biased. It loves to go down, but it loves to come back up. Okay, so these things are really, really important. Resistance above for ADA is at 140. 144.86 and psychological resistance of 150. I've found with trading ADA, this 150 and the $2 mark tend to be quite significant. I'd like to introduce you to Rule 39. Patience always. This is like buy at support, but it's a very carefully reworded concept. What does patience mean to you? When you're investing or trading, what does patience mean? Could it mean something like this? When you plant the little money seeds in the garden of financial prosperity, you need to tend to them. You need to water them. You can't dig them up and say, where's my plant? I just planted it. I want a return immediately. Well, you can do that. And that's what a lot of people new to investing and trading do. But it's not going to work, is it? Because things need time to grow, and so does what you do in the markets. For example, if you wanted to create a harvest like this, you would have to let it grow. Growth is really important. If you wanted to stand knee high or waist high in a field that you want to harvest, hopefully they get out of the way. Sorry, I have to put that in. It's going to take time. It's just the nature of life. Everything requires a degree of patience. This is a really powerful quote. Warren Buffett, when it comes to investing and trading, he knows what he's doing. The stock market is a device, and that's the crypto market as well, for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Now, I think people are not impatient. They're just not aware of the rules. When you become aware of the rules, you become patient. When you don't know the rules, you are impatient. And that's no one's fault, because people don't teach the rules. And if they do, it costs an enormous amount of money. And you still have to actually practically apply the rules. Having the rules will not help you until you know how to apply them. That's why every day I point out the rules, their application. A lot of people have said, Ken, I just want a list of the rules. That won't help you. It'll be fun, but it won't help you because the rules are context sensitive. For example, now, you can see the market starting to go green and you could become very impatient. But what do you know? Price moves in waves. Buy at support. Calm down. Be really calm. Be Zen-like. Kind of detach from the market and detach from all the concepts of buying Lamborghinis and Porsches. That kind of thinking will actually take all your money away from you. There is nothing great that is achieved quickly. Let's have a look at Doge. Doge is currently trading at 24,406. It's above support of 23,393. You can use these support lines as buy lines, the resistance lines as sell lines, if you wish. This is what I do personally in my own charting. I trade at these lines. Just giving you a sort of a heads up. I always know if my positions have filled or they've not filled. I just look at the charts we share. Doge is getting above this structural resistance, which is really cool. That's important because we know that structural resistance causes price to repel away from it. When its price is on the other side, when the market moves in the right direction, this structural support pushes price away from it as well. It's a constant game of ping pong between support and resistance. It's always happening. I hope that helps out. Support below at 22,200 as well. Resistance above at 25,735. Immediate one is 24,892, but I think that we'll take it out quite easily when things improve over this line in Bitcoin. Also resistance above at 25,735. Let's have a look at XRP. XRP currently trading at 65.01, just below support. Just below resistance at 65.60. My mind is getting ahead of myself, ahead of my mouth. There is support below at 63.17 at 60 cents and very strong structural supports below that. This is really good for XRP. This is going to spring when it gets to the other side of this structural resistance, playing in at 67.40. That's your most important line. You know what structural resistance does. It suppresses price movement. But if we have a look here, if we draw a line from that tip to that tip, as we're doing consistently with all other understandings, I'll just move that up a little bit. Just want to get it as accurate as we can. I might need to zoom in here. My mouse is just hard work. Okay. That's a bit better. I really like to get things as accurate as I possibly can. It's not always easy to do, but this gives you an understanding that when price starts to consolidate at this resistance line of 67.40 and get above that structural resistance and consolidate around there, when Bitcoin moves, expect a quite substantial increase in price. Let's keep our eye on it. That's what I'm looking at. Paola is a very well-respected community member, and she's just totally missing Cartesi, so I just want to pop it in here for her. This one's for you, Paola. Of course for Scott and all the other people that love Cartesi as well. Cartesi is currently trading at 43,950. It's really at the support level right now. Remember how I said strong rallies need to digest? This is what I'm seeing here. It's just a digestion. There's a light resistance line playing in here that basically Cartesi hit and then was repelled by. But it's okay because these concepts, price moving in a wave, we know sharp spikes tend to reverse. We got to use them for the up and the downside, but sharp spikes also show the ability of a particular coin to party. This is really good. There's a lot of sharp spikes here in CTSI. What I expect when Cartesi actually starts to get momentum from Bitcoin, it's going to improve very well. Let's have a look at what that real trend line is here. You can see that it's already passed over that resistance in the immediate price. This price move has been digested. Now, I believe it's time for CTSI to want to party again. So let's look at resistances. 47 or 470.87 and 52.97 are two immediate ones. There's a little bit of what I would call light structural resistance playing in at the 53.419 mark. And always remember these round numbers get significant, like 60 cents, 50 cents. Just keep that in mind. I hope you found the content useful. Everything I do for you is free, so please be aware of scammers. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Nice to get that map up. I do these videos to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from. And of course, if you have any questions, our community is really beautiful and interacts and tries to provide guidance and assistance. We're a very respectful community. We're kind of a safe place on the internet where every topic can be discussed. Constructively is the best way to do that. If you would like twice daily updates 7 days a week on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube and follow me on Twitter. Crypto is volatile. Always prepare for the best and the worst case scenario. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.